Hello again and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you how you can create a custom AOVs within the Maya. Have you ever wanted to render an ambient occlusion pass in Arnold but couldn't find it in the default AOV list? So don't worry, in this video I'll show you a simple method to create your own ambient occlusion AOVs using the ambient occlusion shaders. By the end of this video, we will know how to create it, connect it correctly, adjust the settings, and render a clean AO pass. So let's get started. Meanwhile, you can just explore on the Google like what is ambient occlusions and how it looks like. So now open the render settings. Make sure your render is set to Arnold, and now switch to AOV tab. Here we'll see two sections. Left is available AOVs and the right side is the active AOVs. So if now create a custom AOVs, click on the add customs. Small window will appear. Give it the AOV's name. It's simply naming like AO and create it. So now you can see AO is now listed in our AOVs, and let's see the render. But if you render it right now, nothing will appear. That's because this AOV doesn't know what data it should render. So let's fix that quickly. So open the render setting again, choose the AOV nodes and open the attribute editor for our custom AOVs. So yeah, just open the attribute editor of these shaders, and if you scroll down you will see the field called shader. Right now it's empty, so this is where we will connect the ambient occlusion shader. So click on the checker box and go to the Arnold shaders and just simply click on the AI ambient occlusion. That's it. So now our custom AOV is now connected with the ambient occlusion shader. So now let's quickly check the render, and now if you can see our ambient occlusion it looks exactly how it looks on the Google. If you can find on some images on the Google, so it is coming very nice. I can see the black and white image, just really soft shadows on the contact area on the white. So if you can see the attribute of ambient occlusion shader, the first one is called sample. So higher sample gives you a cleaner image and less noise. But remember, higher sample also increases error. So always find a good balance between quality and speed. So yeah, 3 sample obviously by default sample is 3. So definitely this will give you a very grainy render. So I would suggest go with the 6 or 8. Probably 6 or 8 will work on the most of the scenes. So you don't need to worry about it. I don't need to exceed above 6 or 8 unless you have very hair or some green part. So next is spread. So spread control how widely the occlusion rays are distributed. A lower value create a tighter shadow and higher value create a softer shadow. So now if you can see the difference between the 3 and 8 subdivision, it is pretty decent. So now finally we have black and white color. So this define the bright and dark area of your occlusion pass. So normally you will see, you will keep white as white and black as black, but you can change them if you need a different look. I'll go with the by default value. So if white color is white and black is black, I will go with the same color. I don't want to change, but again this totally depends on your requirement. So now let's hit the render, and so now as you can see we have successfully created a custom ambient occlusion AOV inside Arnold, and now you can save this pass separately and use it later in compositing software like Nuke, Fusion or After Effects. This gives you much more control over the final image without rendering the entire scene again. So yeah, and I hope this tutorial helped you. If you learned something new, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to upload many more tutorials on Arnold, Maya, lighting, rendering, development, and production workflow. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.